The mental load for moms is real. I mentioned something in my last video about like the running to-do list in our minds contributing to our feeling overstimulated. It got me thinking about this mental load. Men can definitely experience it, but a couple studies have shown that women in relationships tend to take on more of that cognitive labor, anticipating the needs of others, monitoring progress. Even women who were employed reported that they primarily managed routines at home and were mostly responsible for maintaining regular household standards and order. If you're new here, hi, I'm Cassie. I'm a mom and a life coach, and I absolutely love empowering other mamas to create space in their motherhood journey to feel like they can breathe and dream. The mental load can definitely get in the way of that. It's all of the planning and the thinking and the idea generating and keeping track that we do in our heads on a daily basis. It's the whole bundle of details that we manage throughout the day. It has to do with our responsibilities, formal or not, as well as the decisions that we have to make. The mental load, which is also called cognitive labor, refers to that invisible, non-tangible list of tasks involved in running a household. So today I'm going to show you how I manage my time and my to-do lists. Most people who know me would say that I'm that mom who does it all, which I think is ridiculous, but I do pride myself in doing all the things that I've decided I'm going to do. So by the end of this video, you will have the formula to be able to do the same. This video is all about actionable steps to manage your mental load. So let me tell you a few things that have run through my mind in the past couple hours. My house is due for a good deep clean. I've been noticing the baseboards, it's totally grossing me out. I keep meaning to reach out to the next door neighbor to arrange a play date. I need to schedule this doctor's appointment for my one kid and an orthodontist appointment for my other kid. I need to try to get this insurance claim figured out because I got another bill and it's wrong again. My nephew's birthday party is this Sunday, and so I really need to figure out that gift and get it wrapped and ready. It would also be nice if my kids kind of made some pictures or cards for him. My registration is due at the end of the month, and so I need to get that admissions done. I have not filled out this permission slip for my daughter's field trip coming up that I need to do. I'm still getting statements in the mail from our utilities, and I don't know why, because I've already signed up on paperless, and so I would really like to figure that out. The kids are really ready for updated chore charts, and I would really like to find a way to get them in the kitchen more, so that's on my mind. I've really been wanting to try some new recipes, and so I need to figure out how to get that into my rhythm. I do have a library book that's due that I need to return, and I really want to get back in the habit of reserving books every couple months for my kids. I bought this bathroom rug for the kids' bath. It was needing to be replaced, and it's too long, and so I need to return that and find a new one. I could easily rattle off 100 more things that are on my mind at some point in the day, and all of us moms know this is just scratching the surface. Like, I could go on and on and on and on and on, and no wonder we're exhausted by the end of the day. I get you. I have been there so many times. I will validate and sympathize with you all day long. And I want to offer you some hope that I don't think it has to be this way. I don't think that overwhelm and burnout just come with the territory of being a mom. This mental load is not just plopped onto us against our will. It's actually what we've created for ourselves, and that is largely because of what society has taught us. At least where I live and how I was raised, the woman is absolutely in charge of running the household. Simple as that. Most, if not all, of the responsibilities fall into her job description. And once kids come along, they get added to that plate as well. Us moms often perpetuate this by insisting that we be the ones to hold the baby when they're crying. We criticize our husbands for the way he's doing something around the house or with the kids until we get to the point where we're just insisting that we do it ourselves. After all, moms know best, right? That seems to be a widely accepted opinion that's kind of just drilled into us. Our child falls and anyone would say, oh, he just needs his mom. So we are sent so many messages that we need to be the ones to do it all. That dads are babysitting the kids when you leave. Jokes that you actually have 4 children, counting your husband. That he's helping you out when he's actually just doing a task around the house. All of these things make it really easy for us to feel that it's normal and expected for us to be in charge of everything and to have to do everything. And sometimes we might even like it that way. It gives us a sense of purpose. We get to do things all the way that we want to do them. And we might even wear this whole I do everything for everyone like a badge of honor. But ladies, you don't need to bear the weight of your family's success and happiness on your shoulders. Doing this often translates to burnout and resentment and unhappiness. So I've decided to break this topic into 2 videos because there is a lot to cover. So this week we'll be addressing prioritizing and managing your to-do list. And then next week I will be doing a part 2 where we will talk about sharing the load and managing our thoughts. So let's start by doing a brain dump. Write down everything on your brain as far as to-do lists go. This is so important. Just the physical act of writing it all down immediately reduces our mental load because we don't have the pressure of holding on to all these things before we forget them. Next, let's make an assessment. We are going to revisit what we have learned in many different past weeks about shoulds, right? Make sure that we actually want to claim and keep everything on this list. There are no shoulds, there's just the choices that we're making. So if folding clothes is on your list and you hate folding clothes and don't even see the point, just cross it off the list. You get to do that. This is your life and you get to make those decisions. And guess what? If anyone in your household has strong feelings that their clothes are folded, they can absolutely take ownership of that. And that's part of what we'll talk about next week. So make sure that everything on your list has a very solid why and that you actually like that reason. I will link the holiday video that I did where I feel like we took a really deep dive onto this process. Just remember that when it comes to making decisions about your life, all that matters is that you like your reasons. So this is a really good exercise to go through to really make sure that you're living a life that's in line with your values and that all the tasks you're doing on purpose. So now that we have an intentional list, pick out the recurring tasks or to-dos. Things like grocery shopping, meal planning, cooking, cleaning, errands, carpool, laundry, dishes, all the things that are happening on a daily or a weekly basis. If we take some time once, we can get a really good system in place, which will greatly reduce our mental load. So just kind of think through your typical week and get some baseline plans for where these things could go on the daily or weekly basis. What works for me is knowing that Sunday I do my meal planning and make a grocery list for the week. On Monday, I always grocery shop. I do 1 load of laundry a day, Monday through Friday. On Saturday, we clean the house together as a family. I run the dishwasher every single night after dinner cleanup. Just those types of things, and these tasks are just built into my typical routine and it dramatically reduces my mental load. These tasks are never something that I'm worried about or trying to figure out. I don't even have to think about them, honestly. It's rarely a thing for laundry to all of a sudden pile up and to just monopolize my thoughts and my day. So it's my system that makes the house feel like a well-oiled machine, which is the goal. So the first step is to kind of build that foundation. Now we can prioritize the rest. So we're gonna pick a handful of those on your big brain dump that we can manageably get done this week. Things like scheduling appointments, making phone calls, filling out the permission slip, taking our car in. All the tasks that are unique to this week can find their place on your calendar. I would recommend never having more than 1 to 3 items on your daily to-do list. So now you're ready to tackle the week. The real key to this is gaining trust with yourself. If you put something on the calendar, you want to try your absolute hardest to follow through, because this process will only reduce your mental load if you can totally let go of your stress around each item once it goes on your calendar. The second you write it down, you get to just know that it'll get done. It's taken care of. You don't even have to think about it anymore. It does take practice. It takes time to learn ourselves and our capacity. What I can get done now at this stage in my life with my 3-year-old at home is wildly different than what I could get done when all 3 of my kids were home and I was homeschooling. So there's no right or wrong. There's no one size fits all. You just need to get to know what's realistic for you in your current life situation. Remember, next week I will be doing a part 2 to this. There's no reason why you need to be handling everything all by yourself, so let's figure that out together next week. You ladies are amazing. I love talking to you, and I will see you soon.